for what we're about to witness. If you want to call it a town hall with the media, you may not be entirely wrong, because the governor, in a short while from now, will be addressing the press and will also take questions from the media on the subject matter of Sukuk oil. Let's take the national anthem.
Your Excellency, Yesom Ezewonwike, CON, GSSRS, POS, Governor of Rivers State, members of the State Executive Council, the Administrator Greater Port Harcourt, the Chief of Staff Government House, Chief Executives of various media houses here present, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and welcome to this media parley at the instance of His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State. Your Excellency, 4.5 years ago, you launched a pragmatic social contract with people of Rivers State through the new Rivers Vision Blueprint. This vision is driven by the passion to promote the interests of the state at all times. So when you inherited a rape of the rights of Rivers people through the ceding of the Sukuk oil wells to neighboring Bayelsa State, you sought legal redress. As a patriot and statesman who believes in the rule of law and natural justice, Your Excellency was determined to pursue justice to ensure that the historical ties and bond of unity between the two sister states remained untainted. A few days ago, a federal high court in a judgment declared that the Sukuk oil wells rightly belong to Rivers State. This has generated mixed reactions. In order to put issues in proper perspective for posterity, Your Excellency has convened this media parley. Your Excellency, seated here this afternoon are media executives drawn from both the print and electronic media in Rivers State. We have also representatives of the State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists. Gentlemen of the press, this is a media parley, and His Excellency is ready to take questions because we have an agenda that was put out to us. It has to do with the Sukuk oil wells issue. So we'll take questions from you. Maybe we'll take first two questions, and His Excellency will respond. Thereafter, we'll take two others in that order. Please, we know the rule. Your name, your media house, and straight to the point. No triple barrel question. Just straight to the point. One question for one man. So the floor is open for questions. Let me take from Abia.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Daniel Abia. Just yesterday, your colleague and brother, the governor of Bayelsa State, Daily Independent newspapers, your friend and colleague, your brother and colleague, Dixon, made some outbursts yesterday about the judgments of the Federal High Court on the Sukuk oil wells. I want to have your response to these officially. Thank you.
Shegun.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Shegun Wolabi. I'm from Silverbird Rhythm and Silverbird TV. Still staying on the issue relating to the Suku oil field. Again, the governor of Bayelsa State said, and I quote, he said that the River State governor has used the Suku oil well to cause disharmony and to cause crisis in Ijaw land. Not only that, he also went further to say there is a deliberate underdevelopment in Ijaw land by His Excellency, the Governor of River State. Your Excellency, how would you react to that? Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me thank you for honoring our invitation as to make some clarifications as it relates to Suku oil wells that rightfully belong to River State. First of all, I read all the dailies today and I watched in the electronic media last night speeches made by the governor of Bayelsa State. It's unfortunate that I thought as the governor of a state that at a certain level he must not condescend low. It's unfortunate that frustration can lead to a lot of things. And I pray that God is infinite mercy will not allow me to get to that gutter level, but rather to put the whole issues in proper perspective. Bayelsa State used to be what we call Old River State. In 1996, Bayelsa State was created out of the Old River State. And so, Suku oil well has been in the Old River State, and particularly in River State. Of course, the responsibility of defining boundaries solely relies on National Boundary Commission. As under the 10th edition of the map, it states that the boundary between River State and Bayelsa State has to do with River St. Barbara. But in 2002, we discovered that the National Boundary Commission has altered that boundary in their 11th edition, which now put Suku oil well in what Bayelsa claimed to be St. Bartholomew, which is not correct. And then River State raised a protest in 2002, and the National Boundary Commission agreed in the letter written in July 2002 to correct the mistake they made. In 2002, to correct the mistake they made. And the River State government waited for a while, and nothing was done. And in 2009, we went to court. We went to court, and Supreme Court, when they said the Supreme Court talk out the matter, you must understand the basis of what happened. When the National Boundary Commission had admitted that it was an error they made, and that in the next edition, which will be the 12th edition, that we are going to correct that mistake and put it back to what we called St. Barbara. And we waited. And so Supreme Court said, look, since the National Boundary Commission has said they made an error, so what is the need of the matter? There's no need, since the body responsible have said we made an error and we are going to correct that error in the next edition. Supreme Court said, okay, there's no need, so let us talk about the matter, let them go and correct that error. But in that matter, Justice Adike, as he then was, made an order telling telling the National Boundary Commission, look, you have made an undertaking that you made an error, and therefore you are going to correct that error. It is better you go and correct that error. And the matter was talked at 2012. We waited 7 years now. What happened again? We saw a preliminary map report in the 12th edition, not even correcting that and still putting that boundary as St. Bartholomew instead of St. Barbara. We said, no, this can be correct. So we had to sue the National Boundary Commission. I said, for court to interpret the Supreme Court judgment and enforce the judgment of Supreme Court that directed the National Boundary Commission to go and correct the error which they have admitted in their writings that they made and they will correct. And the court said, yes, you were the one who said this. And this was Supreme Court judgment. This was the order Supreme Court made. You admitted that you made an error and you're going to correct that error. Now, instead of correcting that error, you now have even come up with the 12th edition without correcting that. No, this is not right. And court gave an order. Pending when you go and correct that error, the boundary between River State and Bayelsa is at Santa Barbara, and which means everything about Sokoyi wells and fields belongs to River State until you go and correct that error which you have made. And that the Revenue Modernization Commission and the Accountant General should stop with to do anything concerning this area to Bayelsa. It belongs to River State. Ordinarily, I'm a plaintiff. What I mean by I'm a plaintiff, River State is a plaintiff. We don't talk law on pages of newspapers. Judgment has been given. The best you can do is to go and appeal. It's not to say, and I have a contract with River State government, with River people. I will protect the interests of River State. Even if you're my best friend, that does not mean that because you're my best friend, you come and take what belongs to River State. No, nobody does that. Even if you will take it, you need to speak to me. Then let me willingly, voluntarily give it to you. So it's unfortunate when I heard and read what the outgoing governor of Bayelsa State. I understand the frustration. I understand. But who is the frustration frustrated by yourself? Nobody created that frustration. So you cannot heap that frustration on us. What we're asking for is for justice to be done. And that's why we went to court. We don't have anybody to carry gun to go and fight. We don't have anybody. So we say the best place to go is to go to court. And we have gone to court. If you want to go and appeal, you go and appeal. So coming to say that, the River State governor is doing this and that, it is uncalled for. Then you talk about, I'm using the Sokoyi word to call the ceremony in a Ijaw land. If truly you're an Ijaw person, if truly, you know, sometimes when they want something, they say, this is a call Ijaw. This is not a call Ijaw. But let us say, he says, I'm causing disharmony in Ijaw land. What is the disharmony am I causing? Which of the Ijaw land? Is it the Ijaw land in River State, or the Ijaw in Bayelsa State, or the Ijaw in Ondo State, or the Ijaw in Delta? Which one am I causing? Which disharmony? I'm not causing any disharmony. Why should I be disharmony? That I'm protecting what belongs to River State. The same people you want to take, you are a German, and the oil field belongs to the Ijaw people in River State. And then you are the one coming to take it. Who's causing a disharmony then? The man who comes to take what does not belong to his people, or the man who's protecting what belongs to his people? Who's causing a disharmony amongst his people? Certainly is the governor of Bayelsa State. If you're a true Ijaw man, will you go and take what belongs to your brothers or your sisters? If you do that, are you not causing crisis amongst your people? He talked about underdevelopment in Ijaw land. It's unfortunate. Before you say that I'm not doing any development in the land in rivers. First of all, let us start in your own state. That is say is a fully Ijaw. Let us start there. You have been in office for almost 8 years. I've been in office for about 4 years and some months. Look at the development in River State and look at the development in Bayelsa. 8 years and 4 years. Compare. Bayelsa State only has 8 local governments. River State has 23 local governments. I can stand here and tell Governor Dixon, there's no local government in this state. I will say there's no one project. Let him tell me each of the local government in the 8 local governments in Bayelsa State. That's make up the whole of the just there. Let him mention the projects. I can mention as I sit here. Anthony Opopo, Ijaw people. Let him go to Anthony and see what is happening. Let him go to Opopo and see what is happening. Bonny is an Ijaw land. Let him go to Bonny local government and see what I'm doing. Akoko Torres is an Ijaw land. Let him go to Akoko Torres and see what I'm doing. Degeme is an Ijaw land. Let him go to Degeme and see what I'm doing. Asari Torres is an Ijaw land. Let him go to Asari Torres and see what I'm doing. Let him mention the 8 local governments in Bayelsa State that he has touched. When they were campaigning, APC told him, look, go to River State and see what is happening. I'm not the one who said so. APC told him, go to River State. Just 4 years, go and see. And go to Yenegua, if you are going to Yenegua. Just one road. From the junction, all you will see heaps of refuse. Heaps of refuse. Am I the one also underdeveloping the people there? Am I the one underdeveloping the people? This is, you can come to Port Harcourt, in the night you see lights. Go to ordinary Yenegua, small Yenegua. No light, no street light. Am I the one too doing that? How can somebody say? Who is underdeveloping who? Oshimole said you use 100 billion naira to construct an airport. You came out and said you use 70 billion. 70 billion naira. You know what 70 billion naira can do for the people of Yenegua? Even those who don't have roads, flyovers, you transform the entire place. Now you are leaving office in the next 1.5 months. The airport is not working. And what is the population of Yenegua? What is the population of Yenegua? That you think the airport is the most important thing. That will go up 70 billion naira. Mind you, when the former president was in power, President Jonathan, NTDC Sanford part of that airport. So this thing cannot, in all ramifications, compare with me in terms of development. There's no basis. In fact, there's no basis for you to talk about it. I'm doing 3 flyovers within 16 months. Let him mention one company, one company that's working in Yenegua. One company. Look at the hotel that was started, the government had was started by the late Alamesia. Today, inside government, he has converted to golden tulip. So you pass through government house and enter golden tulip. No taste, no class. How can people, you won't understand somebody who you can compare yourself with simply because we are playing a politics. 70 billion naira for airport. And 1.5 months you are going. You made us to cry because of impunity. So I want to say that there's no basis. I've told you here that I've mentioned the local government that I judge in this state. Let him go and see. Let him come out and challenge me in the debate than each of the local governments, of the 8 local governments in Bayelsa. What you have done? Is it to say that you established 3-4 universities? For which state? You have Federal University of Otoke. You have Niger Delta University. You have a Federal Polytechnic in Bayelsa. You now want to create 2 or 3 more universities. When you put it in your village, who will fund it? What is the population of Bayelsa? Rivers State cannot even fund. We are talking about crisis in funding even 2 universities. You are talking about a state like Bayelsa to go and fund how many universities? Is that the development you're talking about? Is that the development you're talking about? So I hope I've answered the 2 questions that you asked. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Please.
No,
Okay, let me take it next.
The matter at stake there is the Suku oil wells, which has lingered since 2002 between River State and Bayelsa State. Recently, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja ruled that the Suku oil wells and fields are located in agricultural local government area of River State. In that judgment, the Attorney General of the Federation and the National Boundary Commission, according to the ruling by Justice Iyan Gekwo, declared that he had examined the documents, relevant documents and facts before the court, and that the Suku wells field belongs to River State. I think that is the basis for which the governor is addressing the press.
The governor of Bayelsa State, Dixon, said that he was going to invade River State next year to visit the Amanabo Kalabari, and that a Ijaw leader need no permission from any Rivers person to visit any Ijaw community in River State. How do you see this, sir?
Thank you very much. Let me start with the oil wells. I don't have any oil wells to take this state. But I would not close my eyes and see where somebody wants to take what belongs to River State. I will not do that. It's unfortunate. He talks about Imo State. Does he like the governor of Imo State? He wants to be his friend now. I'm not at war with Imo State. Rather, Imo State wrote to the president for River State to give them back 15 billion naira for some oil wells. I said, how come this? Where? And my people, I said, no, I don't know what is happening. I have to rush to court. I said, court determine whether under the law the president has power to talk about boundary and what belongs to this state or what does not belong to this state. It's an official thing. So what is the war? I should go and sleep for somebody or for another state to take what belongs to River State? Is that how he does his own a friendship? I don't do friendship that way. I don't take what belongs to my people to do a friendship. Because when I leave today, somebody will ask question. You were the governor of River State then. What happened? Why is it that you refuse to fight against this? And what will I answer? Because we belong to the same party then. Because he was my friend. That's what I will answer. That's what I will tell people. Certainly not. So there's no war between me and the governor here. In fact, he was here in the day that he created nationality, made me the deacon. He was here. If we are fighting war, would he come? Nobody's official in state. Look, he has nothing to do with French. It's not his, Imo State is not his own. He will be governor and go. I will be governor and go. So I owed Rivers people to protect whatever I think and I know that belongs to them. So that's not correct. He talked about Akwa Ibom. Those who know me know that Akwa Ibom is one of my best, one of the closest governors. He comes here, I go there. Nobody goes to his own place because you won't find him. But you won't find him. These are my very close friends you're talking about. We discovered that Revenue and Fiscal Modernization Commission have deducted 5.6 billion from River State government that we are owing Akwa Ibom 55 billion on Okoroyi well. I said, which one is Okoroyi well again? Then I called my brother. He said, no such deduction. I said, but look at it later. They have agreed that they have deducted 5.6 billion. I told our lawyers, please let's go to court too. Let's go to court. And we went to court. And court said, look, you are wrong. Refund the 5.6 billion you deducted. And stop further with deducting River State government money. Should I have folded my hands and said, because my best friend Akwa Ibom, therefore, our revenue manager should collect our money? Is that what he does not even tell people simple. You know, when you have characters that lies in their blood, just try to cheap publicity, blackmail. The governor of Bayelsa know that we are not at the same level. I don't say one thing in the afternoon, I say nothing in the evening. I don't go to the presidency in the night. I don't shout, Federama, then later you go and do something. I don't do that. I don't go and negotiate that since I'm leaving office, EFCC will not come and arrest me. I don't do that. So, anybody who is telling you that there's an oil war between River State and that's not true. It's not true. But if I see that should I carry knife and gun to go and fight? It's not the best place is not to go to the law court to determine what is going on, whether it is right or not. If he went to fold his hand, like he has always done, the made him chairman of the PDP Governors Forum is dead. The made him chairman of Southside PDP Governors Forum is dead. Is dead. So, if people, someone who does not have relationship with people, no public relations, how can you have capacity? How can you? You look at me from River State and you are telling me that I have no capacity. That is very, very insulting. Very, very insulting. And all of you, you know who is who. Who will say one thing in the morning and say different thing in the afternoon. Who will want to go and make friendship. Some of you know that, even though you don't want to say it, but you know it yourself. You talk about invading River State. Look at it, even say invade River State. You know, your background tells you, I've never been a policeman before. I've never been a policeman before. But I thank the IGP, the new IGP, for trying to reform the police. I tried to, because the person who's talking about invading River State, you see the lack of protocol. If he was well schooled and well educated and well brought up, would you use the word you want to invade the river? How do you invade River State? You have no respect. You don't know what protocol is all about. A traditional ruler who is a first-class traditional ruler. First-class traditional ruler, recognized by government. You are coming to the state of a governor to say that you want to go and see your job people in River State. You don't know the procurator demands that you should call your colleague to say, look, I don't know how you stand. Are you free? I'm coming to the state. What are you coming to do? Oh, I'm coming to have this social function or this. Okay. What about the logistics? I will not be around. I'll be around. I will join you, for example. And then the first guy will not communicate to the governor. That's that. This governor called me. They was coming to see people. And then you say the governor should keep quiet. He said, "There's no need." Who told you that as you are coming to River State, have I ever asked anybody from any state to, if you are coming to River State, you must seek permission from me? No, but by your position, protocol demands that. You cannot just walk in to a state and say that a part of the state, you want to see them without the governor knowing. And then the traditional ruler, who is the first traditional ruler, will not let the governor know. And then I said, look, if you do this next time, I will withdraw the recognition. I didn't say I will dethrone him. I don't make chiefs. But government recognizes chiefs. I have the power to recognize and I have the power to take it back. If you fall foul of the law, and I have no regret about it, and anybody who does it, I will withdraw the recognition. Heaven will not fall. Heaven will not fall. When I withdraw it, you don't have that. You can't attend any government functions again. That respect according to you will not be there. You will no longer take the benefits of those who are recognized in government every month, the percentage you take from local government, what the state pays to you, everybody won't get. Those are the things that government can do. So forget about those charlatans who they say they are militants, then when they see what they run away. I'm not ready to reply those charlatans. I never said I would dethrone Amanabo of Calabar. I never said so. I said I will withdraw the recognition by government if it continues to disrespect the office of the governor and not to play according to the rules. What is my invade how? When you could not even protect Bayelsa, I say you come and invade. So it's to tell people who don't even know that when you occupy a certain office, protocol demands that before you do this, you must to do this. It's not a question of, in the one breath he said, he tried to get to the chief of staff. In the other breath he said, no, you don't need to let me know. The director of SSS then told him, don't do that. The man has been transferred to Kogi State now, Tosin. Told him he can't do that. It's not allowed. If I wanted to cause crisis, he thinks, I'll cause crisis. And who will suffer it? If he's coming to my state and anything happens, what will happen? When they say, what happened in your state? Simple protocol. Simple protocol. You don't want to obey. Because you think you're a leader. Who made you a leader? Who made you a leader of the job? Who made you a leader? So, I think I've answered those two questions.
Thank you, Excellency. We shift to this side. Uche, let's go a little to the right.
Good day, Your Excellency. My name is Uche Okoro. I report for TVC News. All right, sir, your counterpart in Bayelsa State, the governor, Seriake Dixon, he has said that he resorted to breaching protocol because according to him, you do not deserve such courtesy. What's your reaction to that, sir? Is he right to have made such comments, sir?
I tried though to get down to the level of somebody who was a corporal in the some of us we are brought up well. If you say deserve, it's unfortunate. I'm sure I don't know whether he used that word, but if he did, it's really, really unfortunate. It's unfortunate. You see, leadership are done to do by imposition. Respect begets respect. I am a Christian, well brought up Christian, not Christianity by inviting people and holding this into to begin to sing. No. As a Christian, I'm not supposed to have more than one wife. That's to show you are practicing Christianity. As a Christian, I don't need to have children everywhere. I don't need to. Not to tell you how some of us were brought up well. I don't need to be going to church every day to show. There are things you must practice as a Christian. I will not have more than one wife as a Christian. So don't be deceiving people. Who deserves what? Is it the man who has so many wives as a Christian? Or somebody who has so many children everywhere? I have only children from my wife, 3. 2 boys and 1 girl. I deserve every respect. Every respect. Not only because I'm a governor, every governor deserves that respect. By my standing, by everything I've done, I deserve that respect. If me, who is passing through Christianity, does not deserve respect, is it those who you don't know where they stand? They're only Christians by bringing bishops. When the bishops go, they do a different thing. Is that those who deserve it? Have children in Niger, Cameroon, as a Christian. So I believe, and I can tell you, I said I prayed to God as I was coming here, not to descend to the level. Somebody, people say, why do you do this? I read everything, all the statements he made. I read everything. He said he has heard himself so much, but now he can't. You have heard yourself for 4.5 years. When I've been starting a job, it's now 1.5 months you are going. You cannot hold yourself. Who is deceiving who? You have heard yourself for 4.5 years to 5. You didn't do anything. Now that the time is up, everybody has run away from you. It's not that you realize, no, I won't take it again. 1.5 months. February 14th. It's not 1.5 months. So, I mean, that's how people claim. It's how a leader is supposed to be. A leader who has stayed for 4 or 5 years and his people have been insulted. His state have been challenged. He held himself. Then on his way going, he now said to you, no, I can't hold it again. What can you do now? What can you do now? That is the kind of leadership people provide. So please, tell him, if he says so, that I'm the one who deserves that. In fact, I can even say he does not deserve. Because there are so many factors of character that if I tell him, he knows he does not deserve. I don't play 2 ways. I don't shout federal government here. I go to federal government in the night. I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm a man of character. If I say I won't come, I won't come. If I say I will come, I will come. Remember, in one of the videos when he was addressing the new councillors before the primaries, he said 1 week. Did they react? He said 1 week. That's how we dealt with him in the presidential primaries. That to two. I have no regret. I supported Aminu Waziri Tambo. But in the general election, ask them who gives Atiku support more than me. It's not to talk. It's action. Anything you say you want to do, come back and do it. Not just talk for publicity sake. So please, I deserve more respect than himself. I do. Because I'm practicing through Christianity.
Let's take from the middle here.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Amir Furi Ibim, the editor of the Tide newspapers. The Governor Dixon, also said that you are not representing Rivers people. How do you react to that, sir?
Kelvin, let's take the next one. Kelvin.
Your Excellency, my name is Kelvin Ibiri. I write for the Guardian newspapers. Is it true that you colluded with the federal government and the APC to rig the election in Bayelsa State in favor of All Progressive Congress? This was what the governor alleged you did.
Well, when he said representing Rivers people, I do not know what he's talking about, representing Rivers people. If representation, in this case, I was elected, I campaigned, and I said, if you vote for me, if you vote for my party, this is what our party will do. I think that is representation. So have I done it? Have I done those things I promised Rivers people? Some of you should even answer those questions by yourself. Of course I've represented Rivers people. I've made Rivers people very proud. Very, very proud. Forget about sentiment. My shoulders are high. I'm a governor that can go anywhere. Rivers State is a multi-ethnic state. You have the Ikweres, you have the Ogonis, you have the Ekpeyes, you have the Obas, you have the Eches, you have the Ndonis, you have the Abuas, you have the Kalabare, you have the Obolo, you have the Okrika. So many. I want to tell Governor Dixon, I'm proud. All these people cannot deny the fact that I have brought dividends of democracy. 2, representation also means protecting what your people, the interests of your people. Part of that representation is me taking back what belongs to Rivers State. The Sokuayi will belong to Rivers State. That is representation. Part of it to say, must say, no, don't take what belongs to my state. Part of it to say, revenue and fiscal organization, don't take what belongs to my state. That's part of representation. Maybe you don't understand what representation means. Not project of 70 billion that you cannot account for. Jos Berger is doing 3 flyovers at a time in 16 months. Record. Go everywhere. I told you somebody was campaigning. I think they call his name Boylof. I think I watched him. He said, Governor Dixon, we don't want you again. Go to Rivers State and see what's happening in Rivers State. We want Rivers State, 1 year ago, to be like Rivers State, Port Harcourt. It has been turned to a construction site. What is he talking about representation? Who can't I talk to in this country? Rivers State will say whatever we want to do, and we'll go about and do it. Nobody can bring ethnic wars in our state. Nobody. Nobody. If you want to be a leader, stay in your state and and show leadership. And you don't care where the leadership you have shown. So, I don't know what you understand by representation, but Rivers people know that I've represented them very, very well. As governor of the state, I've made them very, very proud. So many Nigerians have come here. My own is not to stage managing. Quality. Quality. Not some people you go and commission their projects. One is bending this way, one is bending this way. Quality. Go to the Real Madrid Academy there. Go and see the Moral Child Hospital. Go to the teaching hospital. Don't do something you know your state has no capacity to carry. Don't play politics with everything. I'm a governor. I know that. What is the point of establishing university in my community? To show what? Is that representation? Maybe to him, that representation. Is that representation? Representation where you don't have good public relationship with your colleagues. Public relationship is part of governance. Now, you talk about me colluding with APC federal government. I'm the only state in the south side that President Buhari never got 25%. In Bayelsa, I got about 45%. Who colluded with who? I'm the only state in the south. In Bayelsa, APC got that percentage. They got Senate. They got 2 House of Reps. Which one do they have here? I took everything. So who colluded with who? They will go and settle at the back and tell them to protect them, that they will give them percentage. It is now he has realized that they have played him. It's now he realized that dawned on him now that all those games you are playing tonight, nobody will keep to it. That promise they've made to you, they won't keep to it. In any case, what do you expect? I challenge Dixon. Let him ask his candidate. Let him ask Senator, what's his name? Doyedri. The contribution made by my humble self. Let him ask his candidate. I will not mention. Let him ask his candidate. I challenge Dixon. I challenge Dixon. I have no role. In fact, the governors who came to campaign under PDP, I gave them the vehicles to go to Bayelsa. Bayelsa never brought vehicles to put down the airport. Even the governors who went to campaign, they never had a water to drink. I have to bring them back here to make sure they have water to drink and sleep. What is he talking about? Because I didn't bring my support to him directly. So he will preside over a governor being in charge of logistics. You have a candidate who's running the election, then the governor is in charge of logistics. What kind of character is that? So who colluded with who? You plan for PDP to fail election. You are not shouting for that government. How can a reasonable man who means well for a state and the party will tell 2 senators to withdraw from election? And then you hope that you owe everything. Senator Diri, if he wins, there will be a by-election. The other one from his local government, who was running for deputy governor, if he wins, there will be another by-election. So you want the state to go for 2 by-elections. I know how volatile elections are in this Niger Delta. Greed. Why? You took the deputy governor who's from here, you are the governor. You are living as governor. You are also taking the deputy governor in your local government. So you will run for Senate. Man proposes, God does what? Disposes. You have assumed God. You have assumed the role of God. Nobody can tell you anything. He's talking about army. During his second tenure, didn't the army come? Didn't the people resist it? The people resisted it down. Why didn't they resist it this time? They'll tell you that people have left you. God had left you. People have left you. God have left you. You can't control that, assume that God role. Even the former president from your own state, you cannot accord simple respect, and you are talking about the job. You are talking about his job. Look at the disdain, the respect he had for the former president. Who's from Ijoland, the first time in Ijoland produced president. Simply because Rivers State honored the former president and the wife, the governor of Dixon became angry. That I go to the airport to receive the former president when he's coming home. Governor Dixon was angry. Why? You want to be king. It's only God that makes king. You cannot impose yourself on people. Dixon claims I'm interfering in Bayelsa politics. But he forgets, when I was a minister, King Tona, whom today he has no respect for, and the national chairman of the party, which is Secondus, brought Dixon to my house as a minister when he was fighting with TB Prince Silva. That time he didn't know I'm not from Bayelsa, but he came for me to interfere in Bayelsa politics. Ask him, how did his name enter? Ask him, King Tona and Uche Secondus brought Dixon to my house as a minister to help him. He forgets history now. Now he says I'm interfering in Bayelsa politics. But that time I was not interfering. When Secondus was to run for chairmanship, Ijoman, I took it upon myself. Ask this, who was he supporting? Until he saw the handwriting. Ask him. Who was his candidate? Professor Aderiran from Yoruba, from Ondo, Ekiti. Secondus, Ijoman. I led the war. Which of you here would deny that you didn't know? That's the man saying defending the justice, he jokes. You shout to Jacob when you want to use the people. After you have used them, you don't talk about it again. So it's not possible. The crime I committed, Timi Alaibe is my friend. I will not deny my friends. Timi Alaibe has a high position in this country. And he said, you want to run for governorship. He came to me and said, well, you know how these things are. As my friend, I would want you to win. What's wrong in that? It means wanting my friend to win an election. Dixon said it's from another party. Dixon came from AD. You know what's called AD? From AD. Then Jonathan made him Attorney General. Then for that he went to House of Reps. People forget history easily. So it is out of place for anybody. Dixon had concluded an arrangement to join APC. It was to be perceived that I blocked him. Let him deny. To me, perceiver and Henry blocked him. It's unfortunate the young boy, Senator Diri. It's unfortunate. People will not do the right thing. Look at all the leaders of the party, Bayelsa. How would they have won? How would I have gone to collude with APC? Even if I'm dead today, will any of you agree that me, of all persons, which party I will go and collude with? So he knew I had strength. If you are going to consult me now, if you didn't have what to do to face the federal man, you should have come to me and say, like he normally when he wants to play this game, countryman, he will call me countryman. He should have come and say, countryman, come and give me the strategy. I will not charge him. I won't charge him. Free. There are things you don't know. Even when he say federal man. If you saw federal man, will you talk? Tell him to ask what happened in the River State. I say it's a federal man. When you are going to collude with the people, so EFCC will not arrest you as you are going. He said that the federal man came. Who is fooling who? So I felt and I hope you will have gotten the correct position. All these are local sentiment. Nobody will ever think that he'll blackmail me to do what I've done is not correct. If I carry the whole propaganda this world is not correct, I will do what is for the interest of River State. That's what I would do. If you like, come shout to Editino, shout to Joe, shout to Ikoro, shout to Godio. Those things will not affect me. What will affect me is interest of the state, not those kind of politics. If you like, when we are fighting with the Modi Sheriff, ask Dixon what was the position. Ask him. When we are finished fighting, then you come, you carry a walking stick, start doing like this. People are finished fighting the war. Then you come out. I'm the chairman of the government. We don't need those things. We go for the war and give them to go and do whatever they want to do. So it's not something people should try to. You don't insult. You don't to say the governor of River State does not have capacity. Because I did not take 70 billion to build an airport that will not work. That's what makes not have capacity. I'm a social person. I relate with people. The only problem that I didn't know it to be a problem was that I didn't enter police. I didn't know it would be a problem for me. If I knew, I would have entered police that time. Maybe some of these tricks I would have learned it. You know, I would have learned it. So thank you very much.
On the live OB broadcast of the interaction between Governor Jason Boyka of River State and the media on the Soku oil fields, which the court has declared belongs to River State. In that declaration, the court made an order compelling the National Boundary Commission to rectify forthwith in the 12th edition of the administrative map of Nigeria the erroneous interstate boundary between River State and Bayelsa State, that's contained in the extant 11th edition of the administrative map of River State. The court also went further to declare that the refusal of the National Boundary Commission to rectify that mistake is acting against the laws of the land, and is asking the Boundary Commission and the Attorney General of River State to quickly make the right corrections. And when that is made, what it means is that 13% derivation from Soku oil wells will now be coming to River State. You're still watching the live OB from Port Harcourt. Anthem, the parley between the governor and the media in Port Harcourt on Sokoa Airways comes to an end. We've been doing it here from Port Harcourt on this live OB, and we want to think that it was a well articulated media parley, and the governor was open to questions from the media, who on their part did their best to bring whatever issues there are to the fore. You know, Governor Wike will always spare no time to explain his mind in whatever way he thinks fit. It's been the live OB from Port Harcourt. We thank you for being part of it. My name is Ogechi Paul, and I've been ably assisted by some serious hands-on professionals here while the program lasted. Thank you once again for being part of it. Good afternoon.
Some Christmas